on this table. It's looking like, okay, so a player is very important, not just for the country, also very important for club side. We could see that with Galatasaray's result in the absence of Victor Osimhen last night. We have a little bit of news from boxing. Yes, we have news from boxing as the World Boxing, a body that is set to really make sure they preserve the status of boxing when it comes to Olympic sport. They now have a new president in the legend himself, Gennady Golovkin. And I have some dailies right here with me. We'll flip through them. Champions League football as well continues today, wherever you can hear me from. Hi! And a very good morning to you. It is our Sports Drive. Kachi is my name. They call me Sporty Chick. Some call me the King of Sports. Anyone you call me, good morning again. And boom, jagalaga to you. Before we get into the details of the show this morning, I'll just drop a question for the day so that we can get busy on WhatsApp, get busy on the social media, and, while I give us all the updates, okay? Yes, wherever you can hear me from. I don't know if Solomon and Dahi can hear me this morning. Solomon, if you can hear me, run to the studio with all your energy. Yes. Mr. Thompson, if you can hear me, I need you to run into the studio right about now. Biggie, if you can hear me from our sister station, please run into the studio. I need a lot of people to be running into the studio this morning. I'll tell you the reasons when you guys get. Are they coming? I'll tell you all the reasons when you get here. So if you're on social or you're on WhatsApp, a lot of people feel that Chelsea are the biggest winners from the Champions League matches played last night. But which team would you even say were the biggest losers? If Chelsea were the biggest winners from the matches played last night, which team would you say we are the biggest losers from the UCL matches yesterday? On WhatsApp, we're on 0809-993-0137. Go there and drop a message. And we are live on our socials, Facebook and YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. Go there and make sure that you drop your take, okay? Yes, so that's how we start off the show this morning. We're starting off quickly with, boxing news that we have this morning. If you did not hear your name and you're coming to my studio, you're on your own. Yes, I was starting off this morning from boxing news, and we have the former boxing world champion, that is Gennady Golovkin. He says that he wants to restore trust in the sport after being elected president of the World Boxing. Yes, this man, of course, is from Kazakhstan. And he's 43, used to really be a big deal back in the years. He stood unopposed for the position in a vote at the World Boxing's annual Congress that happened in Rome. That was on Sunday, and he's succeeding the Dutchman Boris van der Vorst. Boxing's place at the 2028 Olympics is really being in doubt before the formation of world boxing. The reason the boxing's status is being in doubt is because of some things revolving around, mismanagement of funds, how the leadership in terms of the IBA has been, that is the International Boxing Association. Okay, yes, with the way they've handled things in boxing, the Olympic is ready to expel boxing from being an Olympic sport. So that is why the World Boxing is stepping in just to make sure that they preserve the status of boxing, so that next year, so that in 2028, the International Olympic Committee will still uphold the status of boxing as a sport in Olympic. Okay, so that's the boxing news that we have for us this morning. And because of our time, we're running straight into football. I can see that a lot of messages are coming in. Do us a favor, send in a short message. Do not send in a voice note. Not sure we have, all the time this morning to do that. So yesterday in the Champions League, we saw a whole lot of matches from 6:45 into 9 p.m. From 6:45, Ajax, taking on Benfica. He ended at 2-0 in favor of Benfica, the visitors. Galatasaray lost at home to Royal Union SG. And I was just saying that if you look at Galatasaray and how they fared this season in the Champions League, they've not fared so badly. They've been winning matches, here and there, and mostly when it matters most. I remember that famous win against Liverpool. and what he really meant for the side. But Victor Osimhen is injured. I remember they struggled in the weekend game, and then right now in the Champions League, they lost at home to Royal Union. So people are saying Victor is not just important for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, he's also that important for Galatasaray. This is amidst transfer report. So we have Abwinga. Meanwhile, Abwinga running first into the studio. So waiting for like 3 more people. Abwinga, good morning. Good to hear. Yes, I know they will not come. I've called out Mr. Thompson, Solomon and Dahi yesterday. I saw him at very odd hours in the office, and I was like, Solomon, what's going on here?
He was chilling.
And he told, no, he wasn't chilling. He told me Kachi, I need to see this game. I need to
but
be.
He didn't eventually see it.
He said, I need to be here and see how Chelsea beats Barcelona. That was what I saw him going into TV. That was what he told me. So I called Solomon this morning. He has not picked my call. I've sent him a message. He has not responded. I've even called him out on radio. I've not heard anything. But Victor Osimhen, very important for club and country.
Absolutely. Your exact words were my tweet last night. I was like, so if Victor Osimhen doesn't play, somehow his team finds a way to lose, be it club or country. And it continues to show. It just felt like a Man City deja vu where Erling Haaland was rested. The likes of Omar Mamouche, Savinho, and Oscar Bob couldn't do what only Erling Haaland has carried Man City thus far in doing. So the same thing happened with Galatasaray. They started with Mario Icardi, Gundogan, Leroy Sané that left Bayern Munich once upon a time. But all of these guys, with their flair and creativity, couldn't replicate the vigor or the work rate that Victor Osimhen brings to the fore. And they lost to Union Saint-Gilloise after 3 consecutive wins previously. So, yeah, it's glaring that Victor Osimhen has now become the chief cornerstone. But from the perspective of Galatasaray, they need to find a way to turn the corner. But another game that got my attention was the very first game, Ajax Benfica, 2 teams that were yet to get a single point this season, 4 losses apiece, and now it's 5 losses for Ajax, who look like they may just be going down the drain, but Benfica finally got maximum
all
points.
right, yes indeed, wherever you can join us from. I hope you know we are live on Facebook and YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. That is where we are this beautiful morning. Yes, that's where we are. So when you just get there, do well to drop your take. Make sure you are interacting with the rest. Someone say, Kachi, your lips is pepper. Hey, God.
Nah, pepper them gang now. He's representing Chelsea today.
This guy say, what does Chelsea got to do with it?
Yeah, because you are preparing Barcelona fans. Yeah.
This guy say, Kachi, your lips is pepper red today. I cannot even believe someone said this and it's a guy. We need to find that comment and delete it. All right, so we are live on Facebook, guys. And about 9 p.m. last night, I was here, making sure that Abuja was carried along. We didn't miss out on anything at all. It was just amazing seeing the unfolding of events. Juventus got all 3 points against Bodo Glimt. It was away from home. And, of course, Borussia Dortmund, they had a field day, scoring 4 against Villarreal. Guirassi's one striker, I feel he's underrated. Missed the penalty yesterday. Immediately scored the rebound. Manchester City lost at home, beaten by Bayer Leverkusen. And Marseille beat... It came from a goal down to beat Newcastle United.
Quite disappointing from
and
Newcastle.
Of course, the man Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, even aging like fine wine, he continues to have my heart. There is Napoli. Yes, Napoli beating Qarabag 2-0 yesterday. And Slavia Praga and Athletic Bilbao, the only game that we didn't have even one goal. Very stingy people. They did not score at all. And then Chelsea walloping Barcelona by 3 goals to 0. Winger. So, from all the games yesterday, I want you to, in 1 minute, give me the biggest winners and then the biggest losers, even though I know a lot of people feel Chelsea were the biggest winners. I don't know if you agree. And then which team would you say were the biggest losers from last night?
Man City. Man City were the biggest losers because it felt like an opportunity for the second fiddle to show their worth. Most of the guys that started yesterday, albeit not first team starters, were newcomers from the summer. Kushanov, Aitnuri, to mention but a few. Even Tijani Reinders started in that game. But it felt like if the big boys don't start, most of these guys are pushaways. So I think Man City were the biggest losers, while Chelsea, of course, the classic game, were the biggest winners. All
right, Chelsea, we are the biggest winners. And yes, indeed, Pep Guardiola admitted, he said maybe it was too much. all the over. I call it overcaco. When have you heard me say overcaco before? This is typical overcaco.
It's not. Before the game, when I saw the lineup, I was like, okay, this is the second fiddle. This is rotation. Yeah. Haaland, Donnarumma, everybody was on the bench.
So he underrated.
He had the right to rotate, just that the players he rotated didn't live up to the expectation.
He rotated too much. So there is a difference between, okay, so you're rotating, you're dropping maybe like 1, 2, 3 players. Do you know how many players that this man rotated that he brought on yesterday?
Again, if you look at the names that started,
it was like a whole 11.
Nathan Ake started pairing John Stones in defense. John Stones was there when they won the treble, one of their best players, right? Kusanov is a new signing. Tijani Reinders has been good as a midfielder. Nico Gonzalez is like the heir apparent.
So they did just not turn up.
Yes, so we cannot blame Guardiola for playing Manchester City players that didn't turn up.
Pep Guardiola celebrated taking charge of Manchester City for the 100th time in the Champions League yesterday, but it was Bayer Leverkusen and their fans that we are left dancing at full time. They were really celebrating, and the Spaniard said, and I quote, "I have to accept it. If we win it, wouldn't be a problem, So I have to accept it that maybe it's a lot." He wanted to say, "I always had the belief of the long season, and everyone had to be involved. But maybe
that was my sentiment."
He said maybe it was too much. He said they played not to make mistakes instead of doing what we had to do. It was not the performance that we thought. I take full responsibility. We missed something. We missed an incredible opportunity, and now we need to fight in the next game. So that the words of Pep Guardiola. Today we have other matches coming. Are you on Facebook? Okay,
let's go and look for Biggie.
Please help me get Biggie. I need Biggie for Arsenal. Some people were sending me messages. Someone says, "Good morning, Kachi." Yes, good morning to you. If you're saying good morning, talk something. Good morning, Kachi. The biggest losers in the Champions League last night, Kachi, had to be Manchester City. Barcelona normally are boys when it comes to Chelsea. Anyway, this is Desmond from the. Oh, you're saying that Chelsea know how to beat Barcelona. Desmond, you're wicked though. Another one here. Someone says, "Congratulations to Chelsea, my favorite European club side, for being the biggest winners of yesterday's star match against Barcelona. The worst losers has to be Pep Guardiola and his boys for cutting Umu Africa's tickets." That is Unabite. Umu Africa indeed. Hello, good morning. Sorry about that. I have a daily. Can I look into a daily? Okay, I have a Sporting Sun right here with me, and the big news on the Sporting Sun: Real Madrid chases Osimhen with 100 million euros offer. Another one. So we first had Barcelona. Now we're here in Real. Slot slammed for classless antics. That's another headline. That's another headline here on Sporting Sun. What else do I have? Okay, Manchester United said to offer 120 to 150,000 pounds deal to Casemiro. Okay, that's from the Sporting Sun. I also have a back of Sporting Sun this morning. Ronaldo and Georgina set to wed in island of Madeira. That's in Portugal. We will see how that one happens. Blueprint newspaper, back of the Daily. Sports Blueprint, AFCON Super Eagles that gets deadline for final 23-man squad. That's a story right here. I have another one. CAF Champions League. Okay, CAF appoints a Senegalese official for Rivers United. RS Berking Cracker. This is taken from Blueprint newspaper, just the very back page. Because of our time, let's just remind us of what to expect today in the Champions League. All the people that I called out today, they did not turn up because the aside, Mr. Thompson told me that he wasn't going to even show up. He told me from last night. I thought he was joking. Yes, FC Copenhagen versus Kairat Almaty this evening by 6:45. We also have Paphos taking on Monaco to 6:45. Once it is 9 p.m., this is why I've been screaming, Biggie, run from the sister station. Come along. Arsenal taking on Bayern Munich and Athletic. This clash is tonight. Atletico Madrid taking on Inter Milan. Woohoo! That's another big game. That game will give us goals. In fact, go and do over 2.5. Eintracht Frankfurt versus Atalanta. Another over 2.5 game. And see, take this to the bank. Liverpool versus PSV Eindhoven. I do not know what to say about that. Olympiacos Piraeus will be hosting Real Madrid. Real Madrid slipped in the league last weekend. Let's see how they respond in the Champions League today. PSG versus Tottenham. That game should give us another over 2.5. And then let's also tell you that Sporting CP versus Club Brugge is another 9 p.m. fixture for tonight. And of course, you trust us. We will make sure that you do not miss out on anything. You'll join us on Football Frenzy. Once it's 7 p.m., we'll do our normal show from 8:45 thereabouts. Our UEFA Champions League coverage studios will open. Okay? Yes, hello, Kachi. Good morning to you. Chelsea surprised a lot of people yesterday by beating Barcelona. Manchester City Pep Guardiola should wake up from slumber and understand that his glory days are gone. Nothing more special about him. And he says he's a goners for life. Okay. Romario from Juice. I don't know. People predicting the Gunners game. You can take that to Facebook. Just go to Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. Okay, Facebook and YouTube. Yes, and drop your predictions there. Okay, because our time is up, so we can't really take much of your calls anymore, or even your reactions. Just go to Facebook. I'll be there. We'll continue the conversations there. Okay, and I'll leave you with the fact that Benjamin Fedrick picked up a knee injury in training, and that might just have ruled him out of the coming AFCON. Yes, ruled him out of the 2025 AFCON. Our Chala new chassis board defender, Benjamin Fedrick, that we are celebrating. Everybody's been happy. We're looking forward to Fedrick and maybe Ola Aina returning and Kevin Bassi in our defense at the AFCON. But, okay, someone said stop calling village people. Thank you, Abuja. Kachioka for is my name. Up next is What's Happening Abuja. Good morning, good morning. Boom, jaga laga laga laga.
Abokaina, karfe 4 fa ta yi fa. Zan wuce cibiyar wasanni da motsa jiki. Cibiyar wasanni? Tun yaushe? Ai tun da na fara jin daɗin shan fresh yogurt on the go. Na fahimci cewa zan iya tafiya aiki, in je cibiyar wasanni, in je kallon fina-finai a sinima, sannan kuma in kasance cikin kuzari a koyaushe. Haka ne, fresh yo. Ingantacciyar hanyar samun sinadaran vitamin A, B.
Babe, you go describe something way big past big.
Na grand, like mountain, like jumbo, like better soup way sweet.
You forget one thing though, Black Friday discount.
Where it dey happen?
Now for Grand Square.
Talk true.
From November 27th to 29th, 2025, Grand Square, they give up to 70% off on selected goods, massive savings on supermarket essentials, electronics, furniture, beverages, wines and spirits, and much more. Better discount, we go sweet your belly.
Oh boy, na real grand Black Friday bonanza be this o.
No dolly yourself. Offer day valid while stock last. Make you no carry last o. Go Grand Square Ikeja, Grand Square Victoria Island, Grand Square Abuja, and Grand Square Kano to enjoy this better awoof.
Black Friday at Grand Square, November 27 to 29. Grand savings way past grand.
Guy, you don't enjoy big boy